There's a certain kind of confusion that isn't loud. It's subtle, almost clean. You remember something with perfect clarity, a tone of voice, a specific sentence, a look. And then someone says it, calmly. That never happened. There's no anger, no defensiveness. It's stated simply, like a fact. And right there, in that moment, something dangerous starts. It's not an argument. It's not even a disagreement. It's a fracture. You don't fight back right away. You pause. You replay the memory in your mind, searching for certainty. And that pause, that's the opening. You see, the most effective kind of psychological control doesn't attack your beliefs. That's too direct. It attacks your confidence in your own memory. Because when someone can make you doubt what you remember, they don't have to control your actions anymore. They control your reality itself. A manipulator understands something that most people just don't get. It isn't necessary to convince you that you're wrong. It's only necessary to convince you that you're uncertain. Because once your memory is undermined, your very self becomes negotiable. This calm, simple denial creates what we call cognitive dissonance. It's that deep mental discomfort you feel when you're holding two conflicting beliefs at the same time. Your memory says one thing, their absolute confidence says another. And, confidence often feels more real to us than accuracy. It just does, especially when it's repeated with authority. The brain will often choose the version of reality that preserves a social connection, even if it comes at the cost of the truth. Now, this process of rewriting reality, it doesn't begin with big, obvious lies. No, it's systematic. It's methodical.
It always starts small. A minor detail is corrected. A tone of voice is reframed. Your intentions are questioned. You start hearing phrases like, "You're overthinking it," or "You just took it the wrong way." The pattern repeats, and slowly, your memory begins to feel soft.
And then the focus shifts. It stops being about what actually happened, and it becomes all about what they meant to happen. You learn pretty quickly that remembering clearly just creates conflict, and you learn that doubting yourself, well, that creates a temporary, uneasy peace. But self-doubt isn't a flaw. Often, it's actually a sign of intelligence. Thoughtful people revisit their assumptions. They stay open to the possibility that they might be wrong. Manipulators know this, and they weaponize it against you. They let you do the work of dismantling yourself. A simple misunderstanding, that's mutual. It goes both ways. But memory erasure, that's directional. It only flows one way. So you have to ask yourself, who in the dynamic is always confused, and who is always certain? The pattern tells the truth, that the memory is afraid to speak out loud. When your memory becomes unstable, your nervous system can never really rest. You find yourself replaying conversations, not for clarity, but for defense. This is what creates that chronic anxiety, that decision paralysis, that sense of alienation from your own self. You just stop trusting your instincts. So how do you get back? Well, healing doesn't start with a big confrontation. It starts with quiet witnessing. It's all about a fundamental shift in the question you're asking. You stop asking, "Was I wrong?" and you start asking, "What did I experience?" That shift moves you away from seeking external validation and brings you back to honoring your own internal reality. Because your experience doesn't require anyone else's permission to be valid. Your emotions are data. Your reactions are information. Your memory becomes clear again when you respect it, not when you debate it with someone who is invested in denying it. And you have to understand this. The ultimate goal is not to make you forget. It's to make you hesitate, because hesitation delays boundaries. Hesitation delays exits. Hesitation delays the truth. The moment you stop hesitating, the entire structure of control collapses. You don't actually need to prove what happened. You only need to honor what you know. The second you trust your own memory again, your reality becomes your own again. And that is the one thing no manipulator can survive.